Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. How Malami compromised transparent disposal of forensic vessels, Magu. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. The story of Ibrahim Magu is no longer a new gist. Everybody is aware that the EFCC boss, the person who is supposed to be watching out for crime, making sure that there is Nigeria is crime free, there is minimal criminal activity in the country, is the number one person that has been indicted for criminal offense. In fact, he was held by the presidential panel for about 9 days, undergoing interrogation, investigation on what has happened to his agency with regards to how he did all that. What happened? How did he manage it? And guess what? He was not alone. He has indicted the Attorney General of the Federation, talking about the person of Abubakar Malami. President Muhammadu Buhari has not said a single word. He won't speak to when he's supposed to speak. He won't, and he's been asked severally, sack some of these your service chiefs and this people you appointed. They are not even helping your administration. But Buhari will not listen because he has a set mind on what he wants to do. Anyway, guys, this is what is happening now. The person of Ibrahim Magu has indicted Malami and said, you know what? This guy compromised transparent exercise being carried out in the agency. Let's carry on with the news and get all the details. How Malami compromised transparent disposal of forfeited vessels, Magu. The embittered acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, has accused the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, of frustrating efforts made by the Anti-Grief Commission to dispose vessels fortified to the Nigerian government. Mr. Magu, who was responding to an inquiry by the Presidential Probe Panel investigation allegations of corruption levied against him by the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, accused Abubakar Malami of working at cross purpose with the Commission in the disposal of vessels involved in illegal activities to the extent of costing the country at least 283 million. Can you imagine? That's what they waste to. And education is in the very bottom in this country. There are children called Amajeris. These are children in the northern region of this country that, they just allow them to roam about. No form of education, formal education. They are wasting 283 million. Let's continue with the news. Mr. Magu suggested that the Attorney General of the Federation action was responsible for the loss of one of the vessels, which was carrying 1,459 metric tons of liters of crude oil. The suspended EFCC boss made the allegation while responding to the part of the inquiries that he was asked under the mismanagement recovered assets, including vessels involved in the economic sabotage. Explaining what happened with the forensic of one of the vessels, Good Success, Mr. Magu explained that the vessel was seized with 1,459 metric tons of PMS. He said the company also lost 666 million and 975 US dollars in FCT Monument Bank, First City Monument Bank. The police account of Hope Global Energy Limited, the owner of MT Good Success, he said although the company tried to overturn the judgment of the OCE, a High Court judge in 2015, the attempt failed at the Court of Appeal. Mr. Magu explained that before the stay of execution filed by the company at the Court of Appeal, he had already commissioned actions to ensure that the government benefit from the fortified funds by lodging it with the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN). He said the EFCC simultaneously wrote a letter to Mr. Malami with reference number EFCC/SC/JUS/07/101 dated 24 March 2016, titled Notification of Disposal of Good Success, reacting and recommending the disposal of the vessel and the process to be impounded. He said the EFCC under his leadership did so in demonstrating my total commitment for accountability and transparency in the process of disposal of the fortified vessels. He claimed that the Attorney General did not respond to the letter. He said on October 10th and 23rd, the Commission received a couple of memos from the Nigerian Navy, which was the conclusion of the fortified vessels, stated MT Good Success had sunk. He said the Navy explained that when the vessel was about to sink, efforts were made to relocate it to Lagos. An attempt were made to inform the Commissioner of Lagos office, but were unable to do so before the vessel submerged. Pursuant to do the above recommendation, a meeting was held with the Flag Office Commanding Western Navy Commission, wherein he explained that the vessel had sunk, but same could be salvaged after incurring heavy costs, as only very few companies such as Julius Berger have the equipment and capacity to salvage that vessel. The report of the meeting was conversed through a memo dated 19 December 2016, wherein it was recommended that all vessels in the custody of the Navy listed in the memo include MT Good Success should be salvaged, evacuated, and disposed of. If possible, he wrote. He said a letter was subsequently issued to a company, Pania Trading and Investment Nigeria Limited, to dispose the vessel. He explained that upon the discovery of the letter vessel to Pania, faulted structural procurement procedure in the Public Procurement Act 2007, the EFCC directed that the letter be revoked and subsequently issued a disclaimer. Mr. Magu explained that the Commission had to make the decision when he found out that the Pioneer Limited is owned by the same people behind Omoje Limited, a company which was being prosecuted for illegal oil drilling in the Niger Delta. Last week, it emerged that Mr. Malami authorized Omoje to dispose of crude oil and diesel in 4 sea vessels, despite the company standing trial for stealing 12,000 metric tons of crude oil. Mr. Malami has argued that this directive to the company to dispose of the crude oil was legal. He stated that although the company and its owner, Jerome Etopo, were standing trial, they have not been convicted by any court of law in the country and should not be denied the opportunity to participate in the building process. Malami gifted more fortified contents to seized vessel to Omoje. Mr. Magu also explained how the action of the Attorney General led to the double disposal of seized vessels and how Malami directed the same Omoje Limited to dispose the fortified vessel. He said on April 7, 2017, the Commission had a court order from Justice Idris of the Federal High Court in Lagos for the sale of automated gas oil embodied on the vessel PSV disposed. The judge ordered the court resign the collaboration of the procedures. Mr. Magu said while the EFCC was trying to execute the court order, Mr. Malami commenced a fresh procedure for the disposal of the vessel while ignoring a letter from the EFCC informing it of the court order that has been obtained. My dear, the breeze has blown, the anus of the cock is open, fingers are being pointed left, right, and center. So what we are hearing now, this is Magu's account of the presidential probe that happened recently and how he's been asked to give account of what happened. Can you see that the Attorney General of the Federation is not innocent? A lot is happening in this country. Don't trust us. Trust us. Just trust us. Apple Line Media, we will keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. God bless you. Bye for now.